Hey there, it's me here, Crystal Clear, with a bonus video. And today's topic is a twin flame love reading. So if you identify or are curious about you as a twin flame, or if you're here for a love reading, or here because you are looking for some relationship guidance, that's what Spirit's about to give to you. You will have picked either card 1, 2, or 3. And this is real time, so I am shuffling currently, but you already know because you saw the thumbnail of cards 1, 2, and 3. So let me explain first. We're going to pull this card here. It's going to be for the union's energy. And then we're going to look into the masculine and feminine needs of the energy and the work to get there. So if you pulled card 1, here's your card going up. Card 2. And if you picked card 3. All right, so we'll zoom in on that for our thumbnail. Perfect. All right, so let's get started. If you picked card number 1, this is your reading. Welcome to your twin flame love and relationships reading. This first card indicates your union's energy. So if you are in a relationship or in communication with your twin flame, this is your union's energy, meaning this is what I call as a twin flame in union, this is like our filter, our divine filter that helps us become stronger. It is the force of attraction for the people in the twin flame union, if that makes sense or resonates. So if you picked card 1, here's your union's energy. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. All right, so for those who picked number 1, your twin flame union is really going through some heart chakra transformations. And what that means is how we give love and how we express emotions, and also how we receive love and how we receive other people's emotions. With your union's energy to be this card, it is asking you to look deeply into your heart space healing, to do some heart chakra based work. Also, this is I feel as if this is either a new connection for you, or this twin flame, this relationship, this sacred soulmate is opening up perspectives that neither of you have heard before, neither of you have experienced before. And for sure, the twin flame journey is one that is, higher than, or requires a higher perspective than typical type of relationships, I suppose. At least there needs to be some sort of energetic acknowledgement, some higher power acknowledgement. There needs to be some spiritual work with it for sure. And for your union, that spiritual healing that it provides and where it is amplifying, where it's gaining momentum, is definitely the heart chakra. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So beyond what you think and what you see of this union, or what you think that this union needs, is actually and likely more deeper. It could even be easier than what you may think, a bit more simply. Usually the work for heart chakra is very much a surrendered place. It's kind of just allowing the ebb and the flow without thinking too much or understanding too much or needing to put too much together. So beyond the mind, beyond what you can think, beyond what you can see, what is this sense of knowing, this sense of peace? That is what your union's energy brings to you and your beloved. So we're going to pull 2 cards here to see what are the needs of the feminine and the masculine energy. Now, some people use feminine and masculine energy and attach it to a person. That's fine if that resonates with you. For my channeling, the feminine energy is, both of you have feminine and masculine energy, and the feminine energy is what's happening on an emotional and mental body and level, and the masculine happens on the physical level. And so how to balance this union inside of yourself and how to balance it with each other. You get that filtering and that healing and that inspiration from your union's energy, but how you express it, well, that's the work. So let's take a look at the feminine energy first here. So what the feminine energy needs. We've got drink more water. That's perfect. That's first of all one of my favorite things to suggest. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. Simply water is beautiful for as like a conduit for energy and for awareness. So for the feminine energy, to make sure that you're properly hydrated, make sure you are nourished, spend time around water, spend time working with water. I also feel that both you and your beloved are feeling a lot of feelings. When we are emotionally connected and energetically expressing our emotions, it's really important that we have plenty of water inside of our physical body so that the energy and the emotions can move through without getting stuck or without being heavy. And to drink more water, make sure you're doing so appropriate with your body type. You should be drinking 2 times your weight in ounces of water, or even better, make sure you're eating your hydration. But I feel like with this drink more water on the feminine side, so if you're looking towards your twin flame or your relationship, and what it needs emotionally is to really hydrate, to purify, to clear, to allow for flow, to allow for time, to give a little grace. That heart chakra, the heart chakra is the bridge between the upper chakras and the lowest chakras in the 7 chakra system. And so it allows for coming and going. It allows for flow, but it's very hard to have the energy flow between you and your beloved and within yourself if you're not properly nourished, or like your soul needs to be hydrated. All right, that's on the feminine side of things. Let's pull a card for the masculine. And it's honestly, I love this. As within, so without. We've got nurture yourself. Part of nurturing yourself is making sure that your body is physically being taken care of, for sure. But when we look to the masculine energy, this is the actions that we take. Yes, make sure we're drinking more water. But what actions feel nurturing of, and she's got her hands on her heart space. So nurturing the heart chakra. Where are you giving enough nutrients, nourishment to yourself? Are you nurturing and nourishing your relationship with your beloved? This looks like and feels mostly like, first and foremost, with communication, because I'm going back to beyond the mind. And the mind is it's that mental body. It's our awareness. It's how we communicate with people. So nurturing communication feels very significant. How you think about your union with your beloved, how you communicate, the things that you communicate, or the intention behind your communication, making sure you're looking deep into that so that you can choose communication that nurtures the connection. And also your belief system, so that your beliefs are a source of empowerment and expansion rather than a cage of conflict and insecurities, okay? When the two of you and your person, your twin flame, if you're in communication, whether it be physical communication or energetic communication, however that looks, make sure that you're allowing space for like the ripple to work. So if you communicate something, allow for there to be space before sending, another bit of communication out there. Let's see. Also, when it comes to communication, for this one, for card number 1, it's all about communication. Make sure you're nurturing it. To allow for the space, but to also speak very simply. Drink water, nurture yourself. It's very simple advice here. And I'm going to pull some cards, but to keep it very simple. Less than 5 sentences or more if you're sending a message or anything like that, trying to explain yourself. But also if you're journaling, try to keep it short. Okay, so 3 cards here for Spirit's advice. Well, we've got the Knight of the Mind, which is like the Knight of Swords. So yes, communication indeed. We've got a 9 of cups, the 9 of emotion. Beautiful. And a knight, more knight energy. So definitely actions. This is emotion and communication. Isn't that funny? That's perfect. Thanks be to Spirit for that clear channeling. So for the affirmations of these 3 cards, let's go through them and we'll go through the meanings of them. But with this, the 2 knights showing up first and foremost, you've got the knight of emotions or the knight of cups, and you've got the knight of the mind, which is the knight of swords. Make sure that you're taking action and with your communication, making sure that's in alignment with your heart, that it's beyond the mind, it's beyond the logic. Let's talk about the heart of the matter. Let's ground it down into the depth of this connection. So to help you do that with these affirmations, remember, I move confidently forward to claim new good. All things are working together for good in my life. My intention is to be loving and compassionate, first and foremost with yourself and then with others. I notice here too, a common word that came out twice is good. So this union between the 2 of you is serving a higher purpose for you to move confidently forward in the direction of your dreams and relationships. Connections with people, they will come, they will go, they will grow deeper, they may part. But one thing is true is that we are all connected, and it's all to walk each other home and to elevate us. And so as we can hold these twin flame unions with this utmost compassion, knowing that it's important to be organic on the journey, but also to honor each other's space. And what the other person feels they need. So I do feel with the communication, especially for number 1, if you chose number 1, that there's some communication that needs to be honored between both of you, and that there's a middle ground for you to find. And communication will help you find that sweet spot. So I hope this helps. If we vibe, please subscribe. I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care. Hi there. If you picked card number 2, welcome to your Twin Flame Love Reading, Sacred Soulmates. We're first going to take a look at the Twin Flame energy, which is like the filter, the energy that both you and your beloved, if you're sharing a Twin Flame connection or relationship, or you're in a relationship, if not, this is the work that you do within the energy for yourself. This is our place of source. So if you picked number 2, the card for your union's energy is... She feels, she knows. Okay, so if you are, and I love it, this is card number 2, and it's card number 22. I like that it's the 2, right? The duality, the polarity, and there is the balance of the masculine and feminine energies, which we will look to. But with she feels, she knows, I do sense that this specific twin flame love reading union relationship energy is highly intuitive. And there are some either spiritual toolbox that the 2 of you are learning and expanding on, or when you watch this, it will be the awareness of the twin flame journey, the awakening of it might just be beginning, or you are going into a deeper level of knowing, a deeper level of consciousness, and pulling from the Akashic records, pulling from the higher source. There's something deeply spiritual about the practices. If you picked number 2, very empathetic, the 2 of you are very empathetic, meaning you can feel each other's energy, and that there's an open channel of flow between the 2 of you. And so I'm going to pull some cards for sure, but with this being so open, I do feel like with these practices that you may be practicing either together or with yourself, so either as a couple, you might be doing some energy work together, or working with the chakras, working with any sort of spiritual practices, to make sure you have good boundaries, to make sure that you have a good like routine where you also maintain spiritual hygiene and wellness. So we're going to pull 2 cards here. That's what we have first and foremost. These 2 cards here will represent the masculine and the feminine energy of the union. The feminine energy is the awareness, it's the emotions, it's the feelings, it's the perspective of the union that both of you share. And maybe you might feel that one of you is masculine and one of you is feminine, and that's fine if that resonates with you. But from the perspective of what you as one person, your feminine and your masculine energy, as well as your union's feminine and masculine energy. So for the feminine energy, you picked card 2. Here's what we got for what the feminine energy needs is you are seeing this situation accurately. This makes sense. You are intuitive. Both of you within yourself are very intuitive, very deeply connected to source, your intuition, your higher perspective. You are seeing this situation between this union accurately. So belief and boundaries are needed. Boundaries more so in like, not to let your practices, try not to doubt them, try to stay strong with them. If you find that other people may have an opinion or they speak differently about things or they see differently about things than you do, that doesn't mean that yours are less than. Spirit wants you to know this and own this as like your code of ethics. Maybe code of ethics is a better word rather than boundaries. But you are seeing the situation between you and your beloved. You both see the significance of this union, of this connection. You both know it to be true. And I feel like there's some conscious work with it. As for the masculine energy, look at this. Trust. And it's like, how do you then show trust? And you show trust, number 1, by being disciplined, by being consistent, by holding your boundaries as true as your code of ethics. So for example, and this may resonate directly with someone because this is the example Spirit's giving me, but for you to use in your twin flame union. You and let's say you are actively in union with someone else and the two of you are very high energy and you just bounce off of each other, and you may find that your communication is heightened. I mean, bouncing off of each other, meaning it's hard to tell whose energy is theirs and which energy is mine. And so as you have your own spiritual practices and your own spiritual boundaries, you can see that it's not that it's not that I have to blame you, or it's something in the way that you're communicating, or you're triggering me, or you're pulling this out of me, you're reflecting this to me. It's not about that. It's a trusting that this union's work is working, and we just need to work within the physical dynamics of it. Now we need to work on our own boundaries, our own well-being practices, and making sure that we're disciplined. That's how this union stays strong. For those of you who pulled card number 2. And that's how we move forward and balance the duality. All right, so let's pull finally here 3 tarot cards for Spirit's advice and affirmations. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Prosperity. We've got the Lovers card. Okay, yeah, very strong. And we've got 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Prosperity. And I love that 3, the twin flame number as Spirit has channeled to me and my beloved. Let's go through these and with the affirmations. I can see that you've got 2 pentacles in between the Lovers card. So the 2 of you really, you within yourself and you with your beloved. If the 2 of you are in union or coming into union or not quite there yet, it's very strong energy to get on the same page, that you are getting on the same page. And that as you practice your physical behaviors and skills and you go through your own cycles, it strengthens the union as well. So I'm living a fully inspired life. I feel like the both of you very much are inspired by this union that you share. I open my heart to unexpected gifts of community, meaning that unexpected union coming in, or time spent together, or like that you can actually take a step back and see this union as the beauty that it gives. It might actually show you, wow, I'm unexpectedly, we're unexpectedly connected more than we even know. It exceeds your expectation. And finally, I join with others in spirit and support and cooperation. So yes, I do feel that had to do with some other people's opinions about your union, or about the two of you. Maybe that's where those boundaries are coming in, that, you know, as you grow confidently with your union and with who you are, and you work on being consistent and disciplined and trust the union between the two of you, it will be the two of you against the world, right? It doesn't matter what other people will say. It won't even trickle in. So if we vibe, please subscribe. I hope this helps you navigate your twin flame love relationship union. And I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care. Hello there. If you picked card 3, we are going to get into your twin flame love and relationships reading. If you're a twin flame, you identify as one, or if you're just in a beautiful, loving relationship, or it's something you look for, this is your message from Spirit regarding love. And this first card, you picked it. Card number 3 is your message for your union's overall energy. So let's take a look. Okay, we've got new birth, guarded vigilantly. Okay. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Your union is taking on a new level. If there's been some obstacles between the two of you, or maybe you've been in that separation phase, or maybe you haven't yet quite come in contact with your beloved, or you haven't found that connection that really resonates just yet. Or if there's been hardships and obstacles that you and your beloved have been going through. And this is general, so it's within that realm is where you are in this connection. There's a level up happening. So this is a timeless video. When you see this, when you come across it, there's a level up that's happening in your connection, in your union, in your relationship. Doors are opening. You're coming out of this maybe dark night of the soul. You are both, and it might not just be you. I feel like both of you are finding your way right towards each other. This very much feels either two people physically apart, or they've just had, the distance has felt heavy between the two of you, even if you are in union. Maybe there's been some disconnect, but it feels like there has been that bit of space. Maybe the two of you not on the same page, or not in the same country, who knows, for some of you, but it feels like it's closer. The union's energy, right, which is between you and your beloved, is pulling this union. It's magnetizing. You're in that state of pulling it closer. So you are closer to this next level in the connection. We're going to take a look at the feminine and masculine energy. If you relate this to the people, that's fine. For me, I channel it as something that we all have within us. We all have masculine energy, we have feminine energy, and how we navigate that and balance that helps have a stronger union. So as within, so without. For the feminine energy and what it needs and where the feminine energy is at right now, we have focus on your strength. And when it comes to the masculine energy and what it needs and where it's at right now, we've got the power of joy. I love that. Both very similar, like a light, a guiding light. And that makes sense because there is that momentum that I am feeling that is happening specifically in this union, in this trajectory for the union. There's like a light guiding the two of you towards each other. So focus on your strength with the feminine energy. The clearing of your third eye, the clearing of your, like pulling back the veil from your crown chakra, from your upper dimensions, or your upper chakras, excuse me. I feel like there is some clarity coming in that you didn't have about this union. And either it has been activated, I'm recording this around the Lion's Gate, but I feel like it might have been activated sometime in the month of August, this awareness or this activation or this shift between the two of you. And so it's still like presenting itself. The veil is still lifting. The light is still shining through. I don't sense that necessarily maybe you have the whole picture of your union just yet because it's so new. Like, where is this next step that we're where is this step that we're taking going to lead? I feel like is what the spirits are channeling through with the feminine and the masculine energy, because it's like the power of joy. And we might not know where this is headed or what this is leading to, but this next level, this growth that the two of you shared, this light that you have opened up in your twin flame union is helping the two of you move into a more joyful season, a more favorable chapter of your union. And the power of joy, when it's the masculine energy, these are the things that we do. So what are you doing to bring you joy? What are you sharing together that is joyful, that is positive, that is focused on the strength of the union, the higher perspective? What are the great things between you and your beloved that you have right now? What are the great things you have in your life right now? Doing more of that, feeding more of that perspective, looking in that direction, all of that brings this new birth. You might be a bit guarded, right? Because that's the unknown. Like, even though this opening, this shift, this movement is happening between the two of us, it's like, what does that mean? What does that bring? Where do we go from here? And you might not know that. So you might be a little guarded. That's okay. But to try not to be guarded with each other. You can both be like, well, I'm not sure what this means, but we're saying it, we're following it, we're going with the flow, we're doing it together, we're trusting this union, and we're going to see how it goes. We're going to explore this together. Like, it's an adventure, the power of joy. This is an adventure versus this, I don't know what's going to happen. So it's really about shifting that perspective and then taking action in alignment with where the two of you share the vision. All right, so let's pull 3 cards here, 3 tarot cards, which have affirmations on it for your union. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, so beautiful for growth and progress and moving forward. We've got the 6 of Swords for sure. There it is, building your life one step at a time. You might not know what the next step is, but that foundation is being built between the two of you. Yeah, the Chariot. Yes, I am able. Yes, I can. And if sharing a union, it's in spirit of Thanksgiving, we thrive. We are building our life one step at a time. Yes, we are able. Yes, we can. And this is the confirmation from Spirit that there is an alignment happening between the two of you physically that maybe you hadn't seen come in, or you thought it would take a long time to get to this place. But Spirit is giving you the opportunity almost here and now to be grateful and thankful for the fruition of this union coming together. I really feel like there has been some space between the two of you, and that space is really like this. Even here is a bridge, right? On one side, each of you on either side of the bridge, just coming together. I feel like you are meeting in the middle, and then both of you climbing the stairs together. There's just so much nourishing. The two of you have nourished this connection, or even within yourself, you've been nourishing your needs. You've been nurturing your priorities, your joys, your strengths. And because of that, you're meeting your person in the middle, or maybe even for the first time. And then the two of you can elevate and ascend together. That's what this union brings. So I hope this helps you navigate your twin flame love relationship, your sacred soulmates, your divine lover. If we vibe, please subscribe as I grow my channel, and I'm wishing you all the best blessings and love always. Take care.